of life, nitrogen not only makes up about 78% of our atmosphere and is a necessary component in amino acids and nucleic acids, but nitrogen is also an imperative element in water quality.
Loving the warm weather. Anyway, if you have too high levels of nitrogen, that can cause algae blooms, so that's called eutrophication. And the problem is those block sunlight, but also when they die, they consume a lot of oxygen, so you can end up with dead zones, which are areas of the water that don't have any oxygen. Which, if you want to learn more about how why life needs oxygen, how oysters breathe, you can watch my dissolved oxygen video. Wow, it's really loud. Okay. You can also have two low levels of nitrogen. And as I mentioned earlier, nitrogen is really, really important for life. So we need it for DNA, we need it for proteins, we need it for, or plants need it for chlorophyll. So you also can't have too little nitrogen. So it's a really important kind of element of water quality to track. So you see it in a lot of water quality reports. But also, let's talk about nitrogen structure. So it has 7 protons and 7 electrons, and 5 of those electrons are valence electrons, meaning they're on the outside, like the outer shelf of it. And those 5 valence electrons allow nitrogen to exist as dinitrogen in the atmosphere, N2. It's 2 nitrogens bound by 3 covalent bonds between them. In the water, there are like 4 forms that it typically is in, and those are usable forms by life. The 2 that I measure are concentrations of nitrite and nitrate. So nitrite is NO2, and that oxidizes into nitrate, which is NO3. And that's kind of the second part of a process called nitrification, which I'll mention more later. But the other forms of nitrogen in water are ammonia and ammonium, which I'll mention those later as well.